What is up, guys? KFC back here with part 2 of our special level 10 Clay celebration video. Gonna be picking up where we left off yesterday after the phone call from Baby Boop. And I believe that was on base 22. This was a base that I hit with Andrew's account. Biggest takeaway from the war, like I said in yesterday's video, is that sometimes we just overcomplicate the base after we have the replay. This was a fine example. This base, it took 9 times for this base to go down. What is even worse is that there is a double set right here next to the queen, and there's a double set right here in between the DE storage and the wizard tower. So nothing fancy needs to be done when that is the case. 3 or 4 hogs can easily negate this double bomb over here, and then obviously some sort of a shattered entry can come over here and grab that, and then at that point there's no double bombs down here. You have 3 kind of very easy heal spells, 1, 2, and then 3, and that'll kind of be the whole base. So we cannot let bases like this go for as long as we let them go. So I'm going to be coming in here from a shattered entry. Notice kind of the speed of how fast I get everything down. Something I always like to point out. Both wizards, 2 golems, wall breakers down within the first probably like 6 or 8 seconds of the attack. Golem's going in. Queen locks on. As soon as the queen locks on to the golem, my Barbarian King will go down. Poison spell is going to come down on the enemy Archer Queen, and then the minions and barbarians and such will walk right into it. So everything's going well so far. And then just as soon as I rage my Barbarian King, boom, here come the hogs. Pretty simple, 2-finger drop. I leave 6 in the bag. They're going to go nice and smooth, kind of around in this counterclockwise direction. The purpose of having 6 hogs left over was to drop 3 on this mortar right here to make sure that they did not have to path all the way down. Notice that I wait for this cannon to be distracted so that those 3 hogs can easily get through that mortar as the rest of them kind of come in and pick off that air defense as well. So the momentum of the attack continues to go. Still have a heal spell in the bag, and then there's those 3 hogs right there. They're going in on that wizard tower, making sure that archer tower first is distracted. They're going to knock the wizard tower down. That bomb spot that is over there is effectively negated. Finally, drop that poison spell there on the skeletons and the enemy Barbarian King. And then everything else, the archers are going in on those corner huts. I got wizards down kind of over here on the back left side. And that is going to be all she wrote for this base. So pretty straightforward base to take out. Shouldn't have taken us 9 hits, but hopefully we learn a little bit from this base and the base that Doc took down in our last video that also took a handful of hits as well. All right, jumping up to our next one, base 21. I have a haste spell going for Damasta, excuse me, not ready yet. 21, taken out by Doc. A little 6-star war from Doc. Not super surprising. Pretty common base here. Going to kind of go at it with a pretty standard shattered go-ho from the 3 o'clock corner here. Jump spell goes down. It's going to connect him to the queen. Double set right next to the queen. Nice and easy. And then Doc is going to do effectively the same thing that I just did. He's going to go in a clockwise motion around the base, reinforce with heals, and then hogs on the side once those buildings get distracted. It easily takes out all the defenses with 15 to 20 hogs left over. Has a queen that is at very high health, and an extra swag poison spell, which he swags in the middle of the base. Team KFC, that's how we do it. Alright, moving on to the next one. Base 20, taken out by Twex. Go ahead and see how he takes this base out here. Looks like he's going to do an AQ walk, go Vaho. Was kind of the theme of the war. A little bit of a different spell composition that we're used to. Notice he's taking 2 rage spells instead of 2 heals and a rage. And he looks like he's also going to quad quake open. There you see it on the bottom left portion of that base. And that's going to give him quite a decent amount of the base to get out. A couple of hogs get in there and get out that dragon. Rage spell goes down to make sure that he takes out the dragon. And then she's going to continue her walk up. She's not going to encounter a ton on her walk up, although that expo now is locked on, which is severely annoying. But once, she's actually going to go down. I'm not sure that was the plan for him. I think he wanted her to go up, but she's going to come down this way instead. Not a huge deal because those Valkyries are under a heal spell now. They're going to take out the portion of the core that they were responsible for. The double is taken care of right there, and then he's going to sprinkle hogs in kind of along the side. Obviously, that top part was supposed to be taken out by his AQ walk, and so some of these hogs are going to kind of get picked off. So this is kind of like a really ugly, kind of grinded out type of 3. His Barbarian King and his Valkyries are kind of walking around the outside. They are going to come in range of this Archer Tower and cannon stuff over here, and his Arch Queen is going to beat through a ton of walls, still under those healers, and so with very little time, left on the clock, he's going to eke that one out there for a 3-star. So good job sticking with it, despite the fact that your queen took a little walk on you the wrong way. And thank you for the wizards, you sweet, sweet man. All right, jumping up to 19. This was my second hit with the Ignatz account. This base, I believe, only took 4 or so hits, but it was, again, another one of those bases where I didn't want to overcomplicate things. There is a double set right here, and there is a double set right here, and there's the queen right there. So obviously no action against hogs on the backside of this base. So the goal was to come in with a pretty traditional Shattered Goho. I did not need a jump spell because once the queen takes out these 2 buildings here and these 2 buildings here, both double sets are negated. Let's go ahead and kind of quickly watch me dispatch of this base. I got 4 heal spells here, and if you look at the backside of that base, basically my hogs are going to be able to heal the entire time. Wizards create a nice easy funnel. Poison spell goes down early to slow down that Archer Queen and also gets a skeleton trap while I'm at it. Unfortunately, I believe my king's going to get out in front of my golems here, so he's going to take the brunt of this this dragon assault. So I'm basically going to take this base out without a king. He does basically the tanking that I need to get him down. Sprinkle a couple hogs there just to make sure that everything goes down with that double set. Indeed, it all does, and here we go, starting the clockwise motion. Pretty much all of my hogs down. Just going to save 3 hogs for that cannon there at about 10 o'clock once it gets distracted to make sure that the momentum kind of continues going along. And then finally, still have 2 heal spells in the bag and only a handful of defenses to go. Plenty of hogs left over. So pretty traditional, nothing super fancy about this attack. The goblins going down there for cleanup. Probably could have dropped those a little sooner, but was focused on my heal spells and get the base down, no problem. And that will wrap up, I think, all of my Town Hall 9 attacks in this war. So, yay me for nailing down all those 3 stars. You're welcome. All right, moving up to number 18, we got Jake coming in to take it out. Pretty decent base for kind of the bases that we tended to see in this war. Got a couple of mistakes in his army comp already. We've got builders' huts in the corners, and we have 4 goblins in the camp. No reason not to just take 2 archers, 2 goblins in that scenario. Notice the time left, 2:33, so obviously he beats the base with plenty of time to go, but doesn't mean it's not a mistake anyway. So let's go ahead and watch and see how Jake kind of takes out this base here, and let's see how he eventually deals with those corner huts. Looks like he might just be throwing 2 wizards at it for the time being. Valkyries go in, poison spell goes down on the dragon. This was a double jump play, so he gets his kill squad pretty far into the base. The hogs are sort of running around the double set there after the Valkyries and Golems tripped it, and he will kind of conclude the base by, let's see, it looks like he's going to leave up probably, I don't know which hut he's going to leave up, so we'll keep them both in the picture here and see which one goes down last, because those for sure will be the last 2 structures to go down. Looks like it will, in fact, be this one, and so he gets the J Sweezy. Wall of Shame, boom, there goes the poison spell. At least he swagged it. So that a boy. Sorry that I cut your replay a little short, but when you don't bring corner archers for those corner huts, I just can't focus on anything else. All right, gonna watch Sai take out this kind of weird-looking internet-ish style base. I have to assume there's a double set here, there's a double set there, and he's basically just gonna try and figure out the best way to negate it. Looks like he's going to come in from the bottom left here. That'll remove pathing to this one very easily, and then he's just going to have to worry about this one over here. So let's kind of see how Sai does it here. A couple of giants go down to distract with 3 hogs, it looks like, on each of the pieces of point defense. So he's going to go in and grab the dragon and 2 loons out of the CC, and then kind of pull them over to the bottom left. A couple of barbarians go down to distract the dragon, and the Arch Queen locks on, so kind of an old school kill, so to speak. Golem comes out of the CC, so doing this cold blood. Gonna come in with the Valkyries here, so it looks like he's actually going to negate the other giant bomb spot, not the spot I thought he was going to. And so let's go ahead and see how he ends up deploying these hogs here. Hogs gonna go in on the backside 3 or 4, it looks like, per point defense there. Heal spell goes down. It misses those hogs on the bottom right, but those hogs on the top got the benefit of it. And more hogs kind of get sprinkled in here. So it looked like it was almost he was just kind of ignoring that second double spot there in between the wizard tower and the mortar, and just kind of brute force his way through the base. He got his kill squad into the core, and they were able to really do a lot in terms of taking the pressure off of his hogs to clear out the rest of the base. Has a poison spell in the bag. Let's see if he does it. He does not. He is Team Pico, which I guess is a good team to be on if you want to be all respectful and shit. All right, next base, number 16, Danny FTW. Probably took the base out with about 4 or 5 hours left, but probably had it called for about 20 hours, if I had to guess. Doing an 8 healer Valk attack, 1 hog, so I don't think I can say it's a Go Bajo, but there's 1 hog in there. I have to assume that hog is to grab a CC pull here at some point during his walk. So drops his queen down and is immediately going to break her in to this little compartment here. Doesn't have the funnel as well created on that left side. I'm not sure. It looks like once she takes down this elixir collector, though, she should walk into the base. It's going to be really interesting, though, to see if she gets distracted by the air defense or if the elixir collector takes her. In goes that hog, though, to grab the pull. 2 dragon and 2 loons pop out. She does indeed target the air defense. Nice early poison spell gets the enemy Barbarian King and the CC kind of trapped up in it. Another poison spell goes down. I'm not sure, do they stack? I should probably know the answer to that question. But I'm just not sure if the poison spells make the troops even slower if there's 2 of them on them. I know that the damage itself doesn't do anything if there's 2 like right on top. Jump spell goes down there. It's going to lead him into an area that I assume has a ton of bombs in it somewhere. Valkyrie's out of the clan castle and Valkyrie's out of his army camp with 4 healers in behind. They are going to take out that air defense pretty quick, so it looks like the air defense is going to get 2 shots off on those healers. And those healers look like they're healing up, I guess, the Valkyries and the King. And I'm not really sure how the AI works there. They're just kind of following around random troops. Looks like the little Barbarian got healed there for a second. Second rage spell goes down as the enemy Archer Queen is drawing in his Valks. They get through that lava wall pretty quick. Those healers are still following those Valkyries in behind. Very interesting attack here. First time I'm sort of watching it. You can kind of see the health of those Valkyries. They're kind of focused in on the ones that are getting targeted by those pieces of point defense there. So I'm just going to really try to follow these Valkyries to watch. That one Valkyrie has been on low health for a long time, but she keeps getting healed back up. So super interesting attack there by Danny. Very creative. I think he started the raid with 11 Valkyries and 3 out of the clan castle. Let me go ahead and pause this here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's got 8 out of his 11 Valkyries still standing by throwing those 4 healers kind of in behind. I think my first initial kind of thought watching the raid is I wonder if the 4 healers would be 56 troop space. I wonder if extra Valks would be better, or if the healers actually kind of have like a more additive effect. So super interesting attack for sure. Probably one of my favorite attacks that I just watched, just in terms of something different. So for those of you that are watching this video, take a look at the composition that he used. 3 rage spells, so no heal spells. Obviously the healers, I guess, are kind of a de facto heal spell. Jump to get him into the area connected to the queen, and then 8 healers, 2 wizards. So not a huge funnel creation process needed, and a hog to grab that CC pull. So super interesting. Thank you for that, Danny. All right, scooting up to number 15. I believe this is where we started getting into the Town Hall 10 action. This was our Town Hall 9.5, so not super difficult, I'm sure, for Todd to take this out with his sexy level 5 Valkyries. Going to start his Arch Queen down there on the kitty area with the baby Arch Tower and the baby cannon. So going to be doing a little AQ walk portion, and then at some point in time, just going to kind of go up the gut with these Valkyries, I assume. Trying to branch off a little bit of a funnel here for his queen. Very nicely done with that wizard. Looks like his queen has taken her sweet-ass time to actually get into the base, though. Gets locked onto by an Expo, and as we know, the Expo is a real pain in the ass lately with its extra DPS. Looks like he missed a little bit on that rage spell. Maybe thought that his queen was going to move up a little bit faster, but the healers got no benefit of that rage spell. Jump spell goes down. leads his Valkyries all the way into the enemy Archer Queen, and then he's going to heal them up. And then it looks like he's just going to sprinkle in some hogs there on those outside pieces of pointy fence. Tesla Farm goes there. Another nice heal spell goes down on them. Still has his King's ability in the bag. Looks like most of the double spots have been negated for the most part, as I'm just eyeballing the base. So he's still got some more hogs in the bag, and he's got a cleanup wizard. So, like I said, Town Hall 9.5, pretty straightforward. Nice attack there by Todd. All right, 14 more bases to go and a public shame on our side. So that'll be exciting. You guys know I love to shame people that fuck up. Todd going in on this baby Town Hall 10 with basically all Town Hall 9 level defenses. Does have the new stuff built as well. I see a third expo in there. And those, looks like both Inferno Towers were set to single. So going to kind of mass Valk this base. Hard to call these gimmies because there are still Inferno Towers, but when you got 2 Inferno 1s and everything else is Town Hall 9 level, I don't understand what that would even do to a player with talent like Todd coming in at you. Kind of using those Valkyries as wall breakers there. Jump spell is going to get him into the core. Infernos go down pretty easily, and then he drops his like 10 or so hogs there on the left side. They're going to skirt around those bombs and kind of just keep going around. He's got a full health queen, a full health king, and he's still got 5 or 6 Valkyries left. So really, really nice overpowered attack there by Todd. Congratulations on your 6-star war, and congratulations on getting your queen to level 35. All right, number 13 being taken out by Son of Jay. A little bit of a higher level base for sure. Got some max Town Hall 9 level defenses all around. Got a couple of Archer Towers also, or I guess one Archer Tower, leveled up to level 12. And then we've got what looks to be, I can't really tell the difference between 2 and 3. I believe both of these are 2 though. They're just not quite as bright. Still 1 single and 1 multi, so very interesting. Usually when it's 1 single and 1 multi, I tend to bring, for me, as I'm learning Town Hall 10, I tend to bring, the number of free spells I bring is dependent on the number of multi-infernos that there are. And as you can see, Son of Jay, whether that's his rule of thumb as well or not, is also bringing that 1 free spell for that 1 multi. So let's see kind of how he uses it here. Looks like he's going to be doing AQ walk, hoping to push his AQ to the top. Creates a nice easy funnel there. Going to get this enemy Barbarian King down. He's already got some minions kind of working up there on a secondary funnel as his level 40 queen. That seemed like it was real fast, so good job there, Todd, getting that queen up super quick. Is going to come in here. Valkyries are going to kind of get out in front of everything. Jump spell goes down. Lava Hound comes out of the clan castle. That is a sight for sore eyes. Absolutely beautiful. Valkyries run through. The free spell goes down there. I believe that was on the multi-inferno. By the time that the free spell let up, there was no other inferno there, so I assume that the Valkyries punched through it. King working his way around the base. Queen still almost at full health, and so very, very nice attack here by Son of Jay. Awesome job, man. So we have 12 bases to go. This one being taken out by Geth. It's 2-star, 54%. Well, since we're just reviewing all the attacks, we're just going to speed this one 4x. Kind of a standard internet base, but as you can see, the defenses are much higher level than anything so far. I want to say that I hit this one as well. I'm surprised I didn't get higher than 54%. Maybe I didn't hit this one, though. I think I looked at it at one point in time. So doing a little bit of queen walk. Looks like his queen is going to betray him here. The trail of builders' huts didn't have minions on them. So she kind of went a little left, but she broke into the wall herself. So far, she's taken out 25% of the base all on herself. Jump spell there gets his Valkyries in, and they're going to take that core out to an extent. Possibly that Valk 5 may have helped him here. At some point in time, that Inferno Tower locked onto his queen, and he lost his... actually, no, his queen's all over here, so I'll have to watch again to see how his queen died. She might have just come under too much point defense. Go ahead and watch his queen over here, just to see how she was taken out, just so we can all kind of learn from it. Because I thought that the start was really, really good. Nice minions over there to create that part of the funnel. But obviously a minion or two over here on these builder sets would have made it so that she wouldn't have been distracted, and then she wouldn't have had to spend that time getting through that skull wall. Missed on the poison there on the dragon, but not the biggest deal in the world. And then bam, that archer tower just kind of takes her out. And those healers also were made quick work of by that dragon, and that is how his archer queen went down. So nice attack though, still punched through a 2-star, so great job there. Gonna watch me now, going in on number 11. So we've seen this base before as well. The way that I usually look at bases like this is basically you're playing with a very small map. And so maybe for those of you in Rising who are always asking like, oh, well, how do you break down bases? I don't, sometimes the map is too big for me. If you look at a base and you're looking at this and your goal is to come up with a plan, sometimes that can be a little harder. For me, a lot of times what I tend to do is I just tend to zoom in a little bit, and I tend to say my goal is to take out this portion of the base. What do I need to do that? This is where all the action is, and then by the time I get to the other parts of the base, I instantly see these 3 archer towers kind of in a little triangle, and I know that I don't need that much to take out that portion of the base, right? There's so much trash and fluff kind of up here. It just looks like it's a really, really big base. But I kind of assign a value of 3 hogs to each archer tower, and I know instantly that 45 troop space is going to be there. So I basically have 195 troop space and a bunch of spells and my CC to take out this portion. And so as you can see with my army camp, I've got 9 hog 5s. Those 9 hogs were 3 apiece for each of these pieces of point defense, and then 15 Valkyries, a golem, and then CC Valks. As well as all my spells were responsible for taking out this portion here. I got 2 free spells, 1 for each of these areas. So kind of planning on freezing. My goal was to freeze Expo, Archer Tower, Inferno Tower, Queen. And then same thing over here because I didn't want to freeze the air defense or the sweepers because they were completely irrelevant to me. So as you can see, quick work of this base, minute and 30 seconds. So it happens really, really fast, and it's something that I'm still trying to get used to myself at Town Hall 10. Felt like I did a pretty good job there getting my wizards down as soon as possible. Queen in behind. Wall breakers are going to get through that wall. Down go the Valkyries, and then I send my Barbarian King in behind. I always want my Valkyries to get targeted before my Barbarian King in general. Here comes the CC. Lava Hound pops out of it, which is awesome. Boom, free spell goes down. I missed that Archer Tower, so that's on me. Free spell on the other side. I also missed the Archer Tower, so I need to get a little bit more precise with that. But as you can see, I'm just kind of mass dropping spells. So I used all of my spells down here in this area, and they are going to be able to get through that portion of the base. 3 hogs on that Archer Tower as it was distracted by those Valkyries and that heal spell. And then you'll see the same pattern up here. I've got 6 hogs in the bag. I'm going to drop in 3. Drop them a little bit quicker than I would have liked. And then over here, I did it correctly. The Valkyries over here on the right side, distracting that Archer Tower, and the hogs kind of taking it out. So that is all she wrote for that base. Poison in the middle. Team KFC, obviously. And, yeah. Excuse me. All right, 10 more bases to go, and that will be the end of our special war here. So a 3 here by Sandman Died coming in on another base that we've seen a few times before. Very similar. Excuse me. Pause this for a second. Very similar to the one that I just took out. Same kind of logic, right? If you look down here, it's basically just an inverted base that I just hit. Got the Arch Towers there on the side. You got the Arch Tower there in the corner, and then you got a whole lot of action there up top. It looks like he's going to take it out a little bit differently than I did. No free spells for him. Looks like 1 single 1 multi, and then some max defense. Let's go ahead and see kind of how he takes us out. He's got an Archer Queen. Let's see how he uses her. Looks like he's going to use her on the top there. It's kind of just soften up this area. Rage Spell goes down on the Queen to take out the Lava Hound. Boom, there it goes. Going to come in from the left side here. Easy funnel creation, and then he's going to keep his Valks under Rage pretty much the whole time through this top section. Would have loved to see a little bit something for this backs portion, but with a full health Queen, he's going to be able to easily punch through it. And that King, too, is also still full health. So 2 very, very overpowered attacks back-to-back on a base that was very similar. So if you're in the main clan, kind of take note. The Sandman approach with the healers and the Quakes, and then my approach with the freezes. Basically the same base. Taking it out. All right, number 9 being taken out by Trent, only 54%, so we will 4x this. This is a base that we are seeing pretty often, and I'm pretty sure Damasta has 3'd it a few times. basically with the army composition that Trent is taking. So let's just go ahead and see. A little bit weaker heroes here for Trent, as you can see, 30, 33. So let's just go ahead and see here how Trent kind of gets it done. Kind of everything kind of being funneled into the core there. Free spell goes down to grab an Inferno and a Tesla, and it looks like he's just going to sort of run out of juice. His Queen wasn't synergized as well with the rest of his attack just because of the design of the base. So yeah, I know I 4X'd that, and it kind of was over in a minute and a half, but hey, what can you do? All right, number 8, Trent redeeming himself with a 79% on this base, which is much more difficult than the one I just watched. So this one looks like he's going to be taken out with a dragon attack. All the ADs are below level 8, so it can be taken out with 2 max level lightnings. If I had to guess which one he's going to lightning, see, we got the sweepers are always the most annoying part for me, and they're kind of facing each other. I have to assume that the portion of the attack is going to come from this angle over here, just because the sweepers will be slightly less annoying, but I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and see how Trent sort of takes it out here. 2 lightning spells go down in the direction that I believe he's going to come in from. He's got 3 rage, haste, and a poison as the remainder of his spells here. Let's go ahead and see him drop these dragons and where he's going to create this little funnel, kind of 4x this dragon attack. So there you go, 4 dragons there on the left, 4 on the right, and then a few in the middle. Looks like a balloon and a dragon there out of the clan castle. Nice spell usage to get him into that offset town hall. Already has the 2-star in the bag before he drops his heroes, so he's going to drop them here at the bottom to synergize with the rest of these dragons. That's going to allow his Queen to pick off a lot more than she could have if he dropped them, let's say, up here near the top, and she is going to nab the 79% 2-star. So nicely done, nabbing that 2-star on an 87 weight Town Hall 10. All right, number 7, Sean, taking this one out with Valk 5. I think I'm the only one in the clan that doesn't have Valk 5 yet at Town Hall 10. But for Valk 5, he also has the little baby cute blue minion, so nice job there, Sean. But hey, you got to create a funnel with minions. You got to take level 3s. Looks like he's going to do an AQ walk here into a Gova Ho. Kind of come at this base from the Town Hall level, secure the 2-star. Goes ahead and drops a few hogs there to try and get out the CC. Indeed does grab those 2 witches, which was great. In comes the rest of the action here. Free spell goes down, everything kind of jumping up the gut. So really nice job securing this 2-star. Sitting at 46% right now, but he does have his Queen's ability in the bag, which he uses right there, and that's going to get him to 54%, 55%, and that's it. So good job there, Sean. All right, 6 more bases to go, and they are the Town Hall 11s. And so most of these guys had sort of centralized town halls with the Eagle Artillery. As you see, Sandman here coming in with 21 Valk 5s. That seems to be about the pattern here for trying to just get in there, do a little Town Hall dive. Most of the defenses on this base are actually pretty under-leveled for a Town Hall 11, but with level 3 Inferno Towers and an Eagle Artillery, just kind of spamming and praying. Dragon and 2 loons pop out of the clan castle, which is never fun, but softens up that town hall there, and then the level 33 Archer Queen going to lock onto it, and he's going to secure that 2-star. So really good job there by Sandman Dive. Just going to kind of speed through the rest of these attacks, as I'm sure they're all going to be pretty easy town hall dives here. Tread easy coming into this base. 23 Valkyries, 40 heroes. Does not have his Grand Warden. It was upgrading. Goes ahead and drops an Earthquake there on the center of the base. I'm always a huge fan of those max Earthquakes, kind of softening up quite a decent portion. If you look at what he softened up the Artillery, the Expo, the Clan Castle, the Town Hall, and the Inferno, and he just kind of runs everything directly into the middle there. And he's going to come pretty close to actually taking out this base. If he had his Grand Warden, I'm sure that he would have nailed this triple. Unfortunately, he's going to come up just a little bit short for that base. So nice job there, securing the 2-star. 4 bases to go. Tread easy once again. Coming in on this base, a little bit harder than the one he just focused, but it does have a hole in the base, so that's cool. I wouldn't have imagined that a spot like that would have had a hole in it. So obviously just that mortar, just one spot over. Kind of 4x through this. 20 Valkyries. The formula doesn't change very much, guys. The Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11 level. Mass Valkyries is generally the way to go, especially to get at least the 2-star, which is what these guys were trying to do here. In go the Valkyries, and they take out the Town Hall, and he's going to be getting pretty close to 50%, and there that wizard clutches it for him. So good job there by Tread Easy. Got the girlfriend calling me right now, but I'm recording on the iPad, so no interruptions. Lucifer Law coming in and hitting this Town Hall 11 to the tune of 97%. So it looks like pretty much like a Town Hall 10 kind of open base, just with the obviously all the extra stuff. Does have Inferno 4s, has 4 max expos. So really nice attack here by Lucifer Law. If he swiped his Visa card and got that Grand Warden to level 20, I'm sure he would have nailed this 3-star. But 16 Valkyries is going to be what's coming in here. Spell composition, very similar to what we've been seeing. One exception being that I tend to be a big free spell user. Looks like Lucifer Law Lucifer Law and Treadwell tend to use rage spells. So I do find that pretty interesting. He also has the Earthquake there, the max Earthquake, which I'm sure is going to go down in the center. Going to kind of speed through this base here. So he does the AQ walk portion on the bottom left. Valkyries in on the bottom right. That's going to create a nice, easy funnel for him to use that jump spell. That core gets wrecked really, really easily. The Lava Hound is out of the clan castle and is going to start annoying his stuff over here. And that's really going to be what dooms him in this raid. That Lava Hound just took so much energy off of his queen as she works her way around the base here. She's almost going to go down, pops her ability, gets quite a lot of value for his queen after she goes down. Looks like 5 max level archer towers by the time she went down. The healer's going to get her back up, but he's just going to come up a few trash buildings short, and 97% there for Law. All right, Demasta taking out number 2 for a 2-star. Pretty good anti-3 Town Hall 11, I think. Obviously, I'm not Town Hall 11 yet, but it seems like a pretty decent base when it's all maxed out. Earthquake goes down there for Demasta. He's going to be coming at this base with 20 Valkyries as well. 40-40 heroes. He's going to create his funnel and push all 20 Valkyries up the middle. Free spell goes down there on that max level multi-inferno, and a free spell down there on the back. That's the way that I like it done. And looks like he's going to be hurting here, though, for the 50%. Gets that balloon in there nice and early to nab that archer tower. That's going to get a few extra points for him. And he's got a few extra troops here in the bag. Does have a dark spell in the bag as well that might have been better used as a max earthquake, but to each his own. 2-star for Demasta. All right, one more, and then we will wrap up this 2-part video. This one going to be Da Man, Da Myth, Da Legend with his Town Hall 10 account. I can't even pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. So this was one of the final attacks of the war. He's going to come at this with a Quad Quake double freeze. Dragon Witch pop out of the clan castle. He's going to take care of that in the corner, kind of old school style. And he's going to come in from the left here. Obviously the side closest to the Town Hall and the Eagle Artillery. Seems good to me. Free spell goes down there on the Inferno and the Artillery. Free spell there on that back one, and that's going to be the easy 1-star. And now the question is, how can he get this last 11% with 5 balloons, 7 minions? In haste, the balloons go in there, and the minions now on the outside. They're going to pick off quite a few of these buildings here, and that is going to get him up to the 50% right there. Boom. That's going to be the 2-star for Demand Myth Legend. So thank you for coming back to the clan. We appreciated having you back. What we did not appreciate is you being one of the 5 3-stars at the Town Hall 10 level with, wait for it, boom! Look at that concoction. This is fucking disaster. Not only, see, it's one thing to have a base like this with look at all this free shit over here. I mean, shit, fucking like quad goblins over here could just like wreck this entire fucking section. Got air defenses over here, can just be picked off by a few barbs. This section down here, obviously the meat of the section. Got to be real careful down there. Got that enemy Archqueen hiding behind that arch tower over there. And then over here, this section could be pretty dangerous if all those expos were actually set to air and ground mode. Could get real interesting, but they are all set to ground. So just a few balloons over there is going to completely fuck that section up. So as you can see by the army composition brought here by the guy from Active Pinoy, he does indeed have the 30 goblins, which is correct for this top section here. Going to kind of help him speed through. He's got the barbs, it looks like, for this section. I pretty much called it. Like, I'm just now looking at his army composition. And so, yeah, let's see if he comes at this base. Let's see how many resources we got him to waste taking this bitch out. Some archers go down there on the Town Hall level. It's going to take him a minute and a half to get through this. Humble brags, by the way, I got through my Town Hall 10 in a minute and a half, and I actually had to go through a legit one. So Active Pinno needs to get their shit together. So he's going to kind of take out this section over there. Then those goblins are going to run around to those drills. The air portion starts on the ground portion area. Out pops the golem in the CC. Drops 2 poison spells. So far we're up a little bit, just in terms of getting them to waste some stuff. The air portion obviously annihilates the ground section. Boom, free spell goes down. On those 2 Inferno Towers, a couple of golems go down. Boom, another free spell goes down. I'm loving this action so far. Rage spell goes down as well. So we've gotten this guy to use almost all of his spells. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to have a swag rage and a swag haste in the bag. So good job there by the attacker from Active Pinoy. Congratulations on 3-starring. Probably an 87 or so weight base. I couldn't know because it was a bully attack from one of their Town Hall 11s. So guys, that is it. The level 10 war, 140 to 104. Victory for us, and we covered all 50 attacks. So congratulations to everyone that was featured. Thank you for all the retired members who came back, and thank you for all the members who came back and are actually now staying. So we've got some exciting developments coming up here in the next few weeks for a new YouTube series. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys next time.